I asked a woman a question last Tuesday. She stopped walking, looked at me, and said nothing for 12 seconds. When she finally spoke, her voice was different, softer, more real. That question changed how she saw me. And by the end of this video, you will have 10 of them. But here is what most men do not understand. Talking is not connection. Asking where she works or what she studies is not seduction. It is boring, it is safe, and safety never creates desire. Machiavelli said it best. The wise man does not reveal himself. He makes others reveal themselves. Because power lives in what you make people say, not in what you say to them. These 10 questions are different. They do not ask about her day. They ask about her darkness, her contradictions, the parts of herself she hides from everyone else. And when you become the man who sees those parts without judging them, you become unforgettable. This is not a game for boys. This is strategy for men who understand that attraction is not logical. It is emotional. It is psychological. And it happens in the mind before it ever happens in the body. If you want surface-level advice, leave now. But if you want to understand female psychology from a place most men never reach, then stay close. Because what I am about to teach you, no one else will. Like this video if you are ready. Subscribe to the Shadow Mind. And let us begin. Question number 1. What kind of man lives in your memory even though he hurt you? Notice what I did not ask. I did not ask about her type. I did not ask what she wants in a man. I asked about the man who left a scar, because every woman has one. A man who was not good for her, but who made her feel something she cannot forget. Maybe he was selfish. Maybe he was distant. Maybe he left without explanation. But he stayed in her mind. When you ask this question, you are not being nosy. You are opening a door most men are too afraid to touch. And fear makes you powerful. Here is what happens inside her brain. She stops thinking. She starts feeling. Her body remembers before her words do. Maybe she crosses her arms. Maybe she looks away. Maybe her voice drops. Those signals tell you everything. Machiavelli understood this. He said men are driven by 2 things, love and fear. And the man who controls both controls everything. You are not asking her to love you yet. You are asking her to remember the man who made her feel alive through chaos. And in that memory, you are planting yourself. Because you are the one brave enough to ask. You are the one who does not flinch when she talks about him. You are calm. You are listening. You are different. And different is what she will think about later tonight. Now here is the key. When she answers, do not interrupt. Do not compare yourself to him. Do not say he was an idiot or that you are better. Just listen. Nod slowly. And when she finishes, say this. That tells me something important about you. Then go quiet. That silence will sit in her chest, and she will want to fill it. She will want to explain herself. She will want you to understand her more. That is when you have her attention. Use this question when you are alone with her. Not in a loud place, not over text, face to face, where she can feel your presence and your patience. And after she answers, change the subject smoothly. Talk about something light, something easy. Because now she will be thinking about what you think of her. And that thought will follow her home. Question number 2. What is the most reckless thing someone made you feel? And you liked it? This question is a trap. A beautiful trap. You are not asking what she did. You are asking what someone made her feel. And that difference is everything. Because feelings are not logical. They do not follow rules. And when a woman talks about a feeling that was reckless, dangerous, or wild, she is telling you about her hidden self, the part of her that wants to lose control, the part she keeps locked away because society told her to be good, to be careful, to be safe. But you are giving her permission to remember when she was not safe, when she felt alive. Machiavelli said it clearly. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. But the most powerful position is to be both at the same time. That is what this question does. You become the safe man who touches her dangerous side. You become the calm presence who understands her chaos. When she starts to answer, watch her body. Does she smile? Does she bite her lip? Does she look down and then back up at you? Those are not just movements. They are confessions. And here is the secret. You do not need her full answer. You just need her to think it. Because once she imagines that feeling again, she will start to wonder if you could make her feel it too. Let her talk. Let her reveal herself. And when she finishes, do not react with shock or judgment. Instead, smile slightly and say this: I think you are more dangerous than you look. Then, let it sit there. That sentence will replay in her mind for days. Because you just told her you see something in her that others miss. And being seen is one of the deepest human needs. Use this question after you have built some comfort. Not on the first conversation. But not after months either. Use it when there is trust, but also tension. When she feels safe enough to be honest, but curious enough to take a risk. And remember this: silence is your ally. When you ask a powerful question, do not fill the space with more words. Let her fill it. Let her think. Let her feel. Because in that moment, you are not just another man asking questions. You are the mirror she has been looking for. That is 2 questions down, 8 more to go, and each one gets deeper. Stay with me. Question number 3. How does your body betray you when you start wanting someone you should not want? This question is surgical. It cuts through every defense she has built. Why? Because you are not asking if she likes someone. You are asking how her body lies to her, how it reacts before her brain can stop it. And that makes her think about you while she answers. Most men ask things like, "What do you look for in a guy?" Boring. Expected. She has answered that 100 times with the same safe response. But this makes her aware of herself, of her breathing, of her hands, of the way she sits when she talks to you. Machiavelli wrote that the greatest trick is to make your enemy defeat himself. You do not attack. You just position yourself correctly and let them fall. This question does exactly that. When you ask it, she will probably laugh nervously. She might touch her neck or play with her hair. She might say, "I do not know," even though she does know. And that hesitation? That is gold. Because now she is scanning her memory for every time her body gave her away. And if she feels even a small attraction to you right now, her body is doing it again in this exact moment. You just made her conscious of it. Here is what you do next. After she tries to answer, you lean back slightly. You smile like you already know something. And you say this: "You are doing it right now." Her eyes will widen. Maybe just a little. Maybe a lot. But something will shift. Because you just told her that you can read her. That you see what she tries to hide. And being seen like that is terrifying and thrilling at the same time. Do not explain yourself. Do not point out what she did. Just let that sentence float in the air between you. Let her wonder what you noticed. Did you see her touch her hair? Did you notice her breathing change? Did you catch her looking at your hands? She will not know, but she will think about it all night. Use this question in private, when it is just the two of you. Low lighting, if possible. Calm environment. Because this question needs space to breathe. And here is a warning. Do not use this too early. If there is no attraction yet, it will feel strange. But if there is even a spark, this question will turn it into a flame. Timing is everything. Machiavelli knew this. He said fortunes change with the times, and those who adapt their methods to the moment are the ones who succeed. So read the room, feel the energy, and when the moment is right, ask this question, and watch her world tilt slightly toward you. Question number 4. What weakness do you hide so well that only the right person could ever find it? This is not a question. This is an invitation. You are telling her without saying it directly that you might be that right person. The one who can see past her mask. The one who can hold her vulnerability without using it against her. And that is rare. So rare that when a woman senses it, she holds on. Every person has a hidden weakness, something they do not show to the world. Maybe she is terrified of being ordinary. Maybe she needs constant reassurance, but pretends she does not. Maybe she is afraid no one will ever truly know her. When you ask this question, you are saying, I want to know the real you, not the version you show everyone else, the version you keep hidden. Machiavelli said a wise prince must learn to use both the fox and the lion. The fox to recognize traps, the lion to frighten wolves. This question is the fox. It is clever, it is soft, but it is hunting for something deep. Now here is what most women will do when you ask this. They will test you first. They might say something surface level, something small, like, I am bad at asking for help. That is not the real answer. That is the guard at the gate. Do not push. Do not demand more. Just nod and say, I believe there is more, but you do not have to say it now. Then move on to another topic. What you just did is powerful. You showed her you are patient. You are not needy. You are not forcing her to open up. You are simply letting her know the door is there when she is ready. And she will come back to it. Maybe later that night. Maybe a week from now. But she will come back. Because you planted the idea that you are someone who can handle her truth. And most men cannot. Most men want the pretty version, the easy version, the version that does not require emotional strength. But you are different. And different is magnetic. Here is how you follow up after she gives you a shallow answer. You say this. That is a safe answer, and that is okay. But I think your real weakness is something you are afraid would make people see you differently. Do not wait for her response. Just say it, and then smoothly shift to something else. Talk about the music playing. Comment on something around you. Keep it light, but inside her mind, she will be spinning. Because you just called her out gently. You told her you see through the surface. And now she has to decide if she trusts you with more. This is chess, not checkers. You are not going for the fast win. You are positioning yourself 3 moves ahead. Use this question when you have already had a few meaningful conversations. Not on the first meeting, but not after months of talking either. Somewhere in the middle. When she is curious about you but not yet sure what you want. And when she finally tells you her real weakness, do not try to fix it. Do not give advice. Just listen. Let her speak. And when she finishes, say something simple. Thank you for trusting me with that. That is all. Nothing more. Because trust is built in moments like this. Moments where someone shares their fragile parts and you do not break them. You just hold them carefully, and that makes you unforgettable. We are 4 questions deep now, and if you have been paying attention, you notice a pattern. These questions do not ask for facts. They ask for feelings, for memories, for hidden truths, because facts are forgotten. But feelings stay. Machiavelli understood that emotion is the battlefield where logic loses, and the man who controls emotion controls the outcome. You are not manipulating. You are navigating. You are learning her map so you can walk through her world without getting lost. And the next 6 questions go even deeper. Stay locked in. Question number 5. What does a man do that makes you feel like you are losing control, but you do not want him to stop? This question is fire. Use it carefully. You are asking her to describe the exact moment when her logic shuts down and her emotions take over. When her brain says stop, but her heart says more. That is the space where desire lives. In the contradiction. In the push and pull. In the danger that feels safe because it comes from the right person. Every woman has felt this. A moment where a man did something that scared her a little but excited her a lot. Maybe he held eye contact too long. Maybe he touched her lower back without asking. Maybe he made a decision for both of them without checking first. These are not violent things. They are not aggressive. They are moments of quiet dominance. Moments where he took the lead and she realized she wanted to follow. When you ask this question, you are making her relive that feeling. And if you carry yourself with calm confidence, she will start to imagine you in that role. Machiavelli said it perfectly. Men judge by their eyes. Women judge by their hands. What he meant is this. Men believe what they see, but women believe what they feel. So when she describes losing control, she is not talking about a man. She is talking about a feeling. And if you can recreate that feeling, you become the source of it. Now here is the trick. When she answers, do not agree too quickly. Do not say, "Yeah, I do that too." That kills the mystery. Instead, listen fully. Let her finish. And then say something like this. "Interesting. I think you are describing trust disguised as danger." That sentence will hit her differently, because you just reframed what she said. You gave her a new way to see herself. And people remember the person who helps them understand their own emotions. Use this question when the energy between you is already charged, when there is flirtation, when she has shown interest. Because if you ask this too early, it will feel invasive. But if you ask it at the right time, it will feel like you reached inside her chest and turned a key she did not know was there. And after she answers, do not analyze it out loud. Do not turn it into a therapy session. Just let it sit. Change topics. Let her brain do the work of connecting you to that feeling. Because the mind loves patterns. And once you are linked to a powerful emotion, she will keep coming back to you to feel it again. Question number 6. If no one would ever find out, what is the one thing you would do that you have never told anyone? This question breaks her open. If she answers honestly, you just became the person who knows her secret self. Notice what you are doing here. You are not asking what she wants to do someday. You are asking what she would do if shame and judgment did not exist. That is the difference between a surface question and a question that reaches the soul. Everyone has a hidden desire, something they think about but never say out loud. Maybe it is traveling alone to a foreign country and disappearing for a month. Maybe it is quitting her job and starting over. Maybe it is kissing a stranger in the rain. Whatever it is hers. And she has kept it locked away because the world taught her to be reasonable, to be responsible, to be safe. But you are asking her to imagine a world where none of that matters, where she can be reckless without consequences. And that permission? That is intoxicating. Machiavelli wrote that people are more afraid of losing what they have than excited about gaining what they do not have. So most people never chase their hidden desires. They protect their safe lives instead. But when you ask this question, you are telling her it is okay to want more, to dream bigger, to imagine a version of herself that is wild and free. And you become the person who gave her that space. Now, here is what will happen. She might laugh it off. She might say, "I do not know," or, "That is a weird question." That is resistance. That is her testing to see if you are serious or if you are just playing. Do not back down. Smile calmly and say this: "You do not have to tell me, but I bet it is more interesting than you think." Then stay quiet. Look at her, not in a creepy way, just with curiosity, like you genuinely want to know who she is beneath the surface. Most men would laugh with her and move on, but you are not most men. You hold the space, you wait, and eventually she will crack. Maybe just a little. Maybe she will give you a hint. Maybe she will tell you the whole thing. Either way, you win. Because you just showed her you are patient, you are curious, and you are not afraid of her truth. After she shares something, do not judge it. Even if it surprises you, even if it is strange or wild or completely unexpected, just nod and say, "That makes sense for you." That is all. No explanation, no follow-up, just acceptance. Because acceptance is what people crave most. And when you give it freely, you become addictive. Use this question late at night, when the energy is low and intimate, when it feels like the rest of the world has disappeared and it is just the two of you. This is not a coffee shop question. This is not a loud bar question. This is a question for quiet moments, for long drives, for empty beaches, for dim rooms where honesty feels easier. And here is the most important part. After she tells you her secret, you must protect it. Never bring it up in front of others. Never use it against her. Never make her regret trusting you. Machiavelli said, "A prince must know how to be a great pretender and dissembler." But he also said, "You must keep your word when it serves you." This is when keeping your word serves you. Because if she tells you her secret, and you honor it, she will trust you with more, with deeper things, with parts of herself she has never shown anyone. And that trust turns into attachment. Attachment turns into obsession. And obsession is what makes you unforgettable. 6 questions down, 4 more to go. And the next ones are the most dangerous, because they do not just make her think. They make her feel like you already know her better than she knows herself. That is power, real power. And if you are still watching, it means you understand what most men never will. That seduction is not about being the loudest or the richest or the best looking. It is about being the one who asks the questions no one else dares to ask. Drop a comment right now. Tell me which question has hit you the hardest so far. Which one are you afraid to use? Which one made you uncomfortable? Because discomfort means you are learning something real. And if you have not liked this video yet, do it now. Subscribe to the Shadow Mind. Turn on notifications, because what comes next will change how you see attraction forever. Question number 7. How do you act when you start falling for someone, but you refuse to admit it to yourself? This question is a weapon. And I mean that literally. You are not asking if she likes someone. You are asking her to describe the exact behaviors she does when she is in denial about her own feelings. And here is the trap. As she describes those behaviors, her brain will start scanning for when she has done them recently. And if she has been doing them with you, the realization will hit her like a wave. She will not say it out loud, but you will see it in her face, in the way she pauses, in the way she looks at you differently after she finishes talking. Machiavelli said, "The wise man does not wait for things to happen. He creates the conditions for them to happen. And then he watches." This question creates the condition. It plants the idea in her mind that maybe, just maybe, she is falling for you and has not admitted it yet. Now let me tell you what most women do when they start catching feelings, but do not want to. They pull away. They act cold. They respond slower to texts. They create distance because distance feels safer than vulnerability. So when you ask this question and she says, "I probably get distant," or "I act like I do not care," you have just been handed the key to her behavior. The next time she pulls away, you will know it is not rejection. It is protection. She is protecting herself from feeling too much too fast. And that changes everything, because now you do not react like other men. Other men panic when she goes cold. They text more. They ask what is wrong. They chase. But you stay calm. You give her space. You do not react. Because you know the distance is not about you. It is about her fear. And when you do not chase, something interesting happens. She starts to wonder why. She starts to miss your attention. And she comes back. That is strategy. That is control. That is power. Here is how you respond after she tells you her pattern. You smile slightly and say this: "So, if you ever start acting cold with me, I will know what it really means." Let that sink in for her. Do not explain it. Do not laugh. Just say it, and then move forward like it was nothing. But inside her head, it is not nothing. It is everything. Because you just told her you can see through her defenses, that her tricks will not work on you, that you understand her better than she understands herself. And that is terrifying and attractive at the same time. Use this question when you are already building something, not on the first date, but maybe on the third or fourth conversation, when she is starting to feel comfortable, but not yet secure. Because comfort without security creates tension, and tension is where desire grows. After you ask this, watch how she behaves in the days that follow. Does she text you first more often? Does she ask you questions about yourself? Does she try to see you sooner than planned? Those are signs. Signs that the question worked. Signs that she is thinking about you more than she wants to admit. And if she does start acting cold or distant after this conversation, you will smile to yourself, because you will know exactly what it means. Question number 8. What is the one thing about yourself you hope someone notices without you having to say it? This question reaches the core of human longing, the desire to be seen, to be understood, to be known without having to explain yourself. Everyone has something they wish others noticed. Maybe she works hard, but no one acknowledges it. Maybe she is kind, but people take it for granted. Maybe she is scared, but hides it behind confidence. Whatever it is, she wants someone to see it, to recognize it, to value it without her having to beg for that recognition. And when you ask this question, you are telling her that you are paying attention, that you care about the details, that you want to see her the way she wishes to be seen. Machiavelli wrote that the greatest gift a prince can give is to make someone feel important, not through flattery, but through genuine attention. This question gives that gift. Now here is what happens when she answers. She will probably say something vulnerable, something real. And in that moment, you must do one thing only. Listen completely. Do not think about your response. Do not plan what to say next. Just listen with your full presence. And when she finishes, you say this: "I see it. Those 3 words carry more weight than 100 compliments. Because you are not telling her she is pretty or smart or funny. You are telling her that the thing she wants most to be noticed has been noticed. By you. And that creates a bond. A deep one. Most men miss this completely. They hear her answer and they rush to relate. They say, "Oh yeah, I feel that way too," or "I know exactly what you mean." But that is not what she needs. She does not need you to relate. She needs you to witness, to see her, to hold space for her truth without making it about yourself. So after you say, "I see it," do not add anything else. Just let those words breathe. Let her feel them. Let her realize that you are different from every other man she has met. Because most men talk, but you listen. And listening is the rarest form of attention. Use this question when the mood is soft, when she feels safe with you, when the walls are already starting to come down. This is not a question for loud environments. This is a question for intimacy, for quiet spaces, for moments when words matter more than noise. And after this conversation, something will shift. She will start to see you as someone who understands her, someone who pays attention to the invisible parts of her that others ignore. And once you occupy that space in her mind, you are no longer just a man she knows. You are the man who sees her. And that is a position very few men ever reach. We are 8 questions deep now, and if you have been applying these, you already know they work. Not because they are tricks, but because they are truth. They ask real questions. They create real connection. They build real trust. Machiavelli said that the ends justify the means, but the means must be intelligent, calculated, precise. These questions are all 3. And the final 2 questions are the most powerful, because they do not just create attraction, they create obsession. They make her think about you when you are not there. They make her replay your conversations. They make her wonder what you are thinking, what you are feeling, what you want from her. And that wondering becomes wanting, and wanting becomes need. Stay with me, because what comes next will complete your understanding. Question number 9. Have you ever been attracted to someone and had no idea why? This is the question that breaks logic, that shatters reason, that enters the realm of pure instinct. You are asking her to admit that attraction is not a choice, that sometimes she wants someone and cannot explain it, cannot rationalize it, cannot control it. And in asking this, you are planting a seed that says, maybe what she feels for you right now is exactly that kind of attraction, the unexplainable kind. Because here is the truth. The deepest attractions are never logical. They are not about looks or money or status. They are about energy, about presence, about something invisible that pulls 2 people together. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. He wrote that fortune is like a woman. She must be seized by force because she favors the bold. But the force he spoke of was not physical. It was psychological. It was the force of presence, of certainty, of knowing your power without needing to prove it. When you ask this question, you are demonstrating that power. You are showing her that you understand attraction at a level most men never reach. Now, watch what happens when she answers. She will probably smile, maybe even laugh nervously. And she will say something like, "Yes, actually. It is so frustrating." Perfect. That is your opening. You lean in slightly, you lower your voice, and you say this. Do you think you could be feeling it right now and not realize it yet? Let that question hang in the air. Do not rush to fill the silence. Do not laugh it off. Just hold her gaze calmly and let her brain race through every interaction you have ever had. She will not answer right away. She might deflect. She might say, maybe, or I do not know. But it does not matter, because the question is now inside her mind, and it will stay there. Tonight, when she is alone. Tomorrow, when she sees your name on her phone. Next week, when she remembers this conversation. You have just made yourself the mystery she needs to solve. And people become obsessed with mysteries. Use this question when you already sense attraction. When she laughs at things that are not that funny. When she touches your arm. When she finds reasons to be near you. Because if you ask it too early, it feels arrogant. But if you ask it at the right time, it feels like you are reading her mind. And that is addictive. After you ask this, do not wait for a full answer. Just smile knowingly and change the subject. Talk about something completely different. Something light. Because you are not looking for confirmation. You are looking for impact. And impact comes from leaving questions unanswered. Question number 10. If someone could see you completely, every hidden part, and still choose you, what would that mean to you? This is not just a question. This is the key to her soul. Every human being walks through life wearing masks, hiding parts of themselves they think are too much or not enough, too emotional, too damaged, too complicated, too simple. And beneath all those masks is a single, desperate hope that someone will see all of it and stay anyway. When you ask this question, you are not asking what she wants in a partner. You are asking what she wants for herself, to be fully known and fully chosen. And that longing is so deep, so primal, that most people never even speak it out loud. Machiavelli said, "A prince must be both loved and feared." But what he did not say, what he showed through his actions, is that the most powerful position is to be needed. And this question positions you as the person who might fulfill her deepest need. Not to be perfect, but to be seen. When she hears this question, something will break inside her. Maybe just a crack, maybe a flood, but something will shift. She might tear up. She might go quiet. She might say, "I have never thought about it like that." Do not comfort her like she is fragile. Do not apologize for asking. Just nod slowly and say this: "I think that is what everyone wants, to be chosen for all of who they are, not just the easy parts." And then you do something bold. You add this: "Maybe that is why we are having this conversation." With that sentence, you have just told her, without directly saying it, that you might be the person who can see her completely. That this conversation is not random. That there is something happening between you that is deeper than small talk. And once that idea enters her mind, it does not leave. It grows. It becomes a possibility she cannot stop thinking about. Use this question only when you are ready for depth. When you are ready for her to open completely. When you are prepared to hold what she gives you without dropping it. Because this question creates intimacy, real intimacy, the kind that changes relationships, the kind that makes casual impossible. After she answers, do not rush to the next topic. Sit with it. Let the weight of the moment exist. And then say something simple. "Thank you for trusting me with that." That is all. Nothing more. Because trust is the foundation of everything. And when you honor it, you become irreplaceable. So there they are. 10 questions that drive a woman crazy. Not through manipulation, not through games, but through genuine curiosity about the parts of her she rarely shows. Machiavelli taught that power is not given. It is taken. But he also knew that the smartest way to take power is to make others give it willingly. These questions do exactly that. They make her willingly open doors she usually keeps locked. And once you walk through those doors, you are no longer outside her world. You are inside it. But here is the warning. These questions only work if you are genuine. If you ask them just to get something from her, she will feel it. Women have incredible instincts for detecting fake interest. So ask because you truly want to know. Ask because you value depth. Ask because you understand that real connection is built on truth, not performance. And when you do that, when you show up with real curiosity and real presence, you do not need to chase. She will come to you. She will think about you. She will choose you. Because you are not like the others. You do not ask where she works or what she studied. You ask who she is when no one is watching. And that makes all the difference. If this video gave you value, prove it. Like it right now. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. Comment below and tell me which question you will use first. Which one scared you? Which one made you think about someone specific? Subscribe to The Shadow Mind if you want more of this. Real psychology, real strategy, real power. And remember what Machiavelli knew. The game is not won by the strongest. It is won by the wisest. By those who understand human nature better than humans understand themselves. You now have the questions. Use them carefully. Use them wisely. And watch what happens when you stop talking and start asking. This is the shadow mind. And this is how legends are built.